Now, as we all know, as an athlete, the best way to grow your name and career to the public is by doing endorsements. Endorsements have been a way of players promoting their own brand while simultaneously growing another brand. It's like a win-win. Now, there have been some players who have done many endorsements before and have been quite successful. A prime example is LeBron James, who has been capable of making well over $100 million off endorsements. But in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the worst endorsements. These players either collaborated with the most unexpected companies or were just not looking great in commercials. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the worst and weirdest endorsements ever done by NBA players. Starting it off with a bang. What if I told you one of the best big men in the NBA did an endorsement with a company that nobody ever expected? Let me explain. The man I am talking about is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq has definitely been successful in the endorsement industry, as anything this man touches could turn into gold. And one of those companies this man touched was called Icy Hot. Back in 2003, when Shaq was putting up 27, 11, and 3 per game, he collaborated with Icy Hot to do a commercial for a back patch. Take a look at this.
Recapping the game so far, Don, they've really been pounding on Shaq tonight. Looks like this is where he hurt his back. We'll have to see how he's going to play the second half.
With strength. The strength of the new Icy Hot back patch. Relief that's strong enough for me.
Introducing the new Icy Hot Back Patch. Big enough for back pain, strong enough for Shaq pain. Easy to use concentrated pain relief that goes on icy to dull the pain, then gets hot to relax it away.
It's time to pound back.
The new Icy Hot Back Patch for hours of relief.
Count on it.
Now, while the commercial may seem a little funny to some people, for the most part, it looks like your typical commercial. So what makes this endorsement so weird? Well, it has to do with the fact that Shaq's endorsements back then were more mainstream companies. Let me explain. Back in 2003, Shaq was doing endorsements with companies like Burger King and Pepsi, two well-known companies. But then out of nowhere, he collaborated with an unknown company that helps with back pain. I guess it makes sense. But tell me, how would you react if you saw Shaquille O'Neal promoting a back patch? Let me know down in the comments. And while we're still talking about Shaq, let's look at one more commercial. Back in 2012, Shaq did a commercial with Buick, one of the more popular car brands in America. The commercial was completely normal, except for the fact people started calling out Shaq by telling him there was no way he could fit in a Buick. People still laugh about the commercial till this day, and I mean, I'd understand why. Shaq is 7 foot and almost 300 pounds and is trying to convince people he could fit in this? I'm sorry, but it's a no-no for me. Next up on the list is Shaq's teammate, Kobe Bryant. Now, this endorsement Kobe did was so unexpected and weird, but it would end up turning into one of the most legendary endorsements of all time. I'm talking about Kobe and Turkish Airlines. Let's be honest though, in what world do you see Kobe Bryant, an American basketball player, attempt growing a Turkish airline? You would think the airline would select a Turkish player to promote it. Now sure, there aren't many Turkish stars in the league, especially in Kobe's time there wasn't, but still, I never thought I'd see Kobe doing anything like this. Nevertheless, he did it, and it ended up being up there for Turkish Airlines' most popular commercial. Okay, enough with the unexpected. Let's start getting to some really bad ones. And a prime example of a bad endorsement deal done by a player has to do with Thiago Splitter and Gary Neal. Back in 2011, both Splitter and Neal did a commercial for Northside Ford to help promote their newest car. And when I tell you this commercial is bad, I mean it's like really bad. Not one NBA fan watched it and said, yeah, that's pretty good. I bet even Spurs fans thought this was bad. Here it is.
Hey girls, we need a car that is perfect for our team.
How about that one, Coach?
Okay.
Yes!
Northside Ford has a car for everyone.
Now, if they could just find me a guard.
They did!
Gary, what you doing there?
Nobody beats Northside Ford.
Northside Ford, the official sponsor of people who love the game and winner of the Ford Motor Company's President's Award 3 years running.
So as you can see, Splitter displays what can only be described as little to no acting skills, while also having one of the cringiest ways to introduce Gary Neal. Whoever the director was for this needs to be fired, and fire the writers while you're at it. There is no way the people at Northside Ford looked at this commercial and said, people would love to buy our cars. Sorry for the slander, But I mean seriously, this was a huge miss. Now this next NBA player did an endorsement where the commercial was so bad, it literally became a meme. I am talking about Andrea Bargnani's commercial with Primo Pasta. Back when Bargnani was in his prime playing for the Toronto Raptors, he filmed a commercial to promote Primo Pasta, which made plenty of sense because Bargnani is Italian. So why would he turn that down? Now once the commercial was on TV, people hated it. Here's the commercial.
Before Andrea hits the court, he must be ready for anything. Exercise and drills help Andrea stay game ready, but to be fully prepared, Andrea needs to eat right. With Primo Pasta and sauce as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle, Andrea can compete game in, game out.
Primo Pasta and sauce.
Quick and nutritious, simply delicious. Everyone knows it's Primo.
Now there are a few reasons why people believe this commercial is bad. The first being how it doesn't make any sense that you say Andrea eats pasta for a healthy lifestyle. I'm not trying to hate on pasta. Believe me, I love it. But if you were to tell me a professional athlete eats pasta to stay in shape, I wouldn't believe it. Another problem was the fact this commercial was played many times during commercial break, which only irritates the viewer even more. At least have some variety where you see different people promoting different things. People also didn't like how Andrea barely says anything in the commercial. He only says about 4 words, and even his last word is cut off. And like I said earlier, this turned into a meme. People never really let Bargnani go for this and now find this amusing. So yeah, not a great look for Andrea, but it is what it is. Now the next commercial I'm about to show you guys is real. Before you tell me this is fake, I promise you, the people who made this commercial actually thought it was a good idea to put this out. Back in around 2015, Timothy Mozgov did a commercial with a restaurant called Brew Garden. This commercial was so bad, to the point you would think they purposely did this as a way to attract people.
Get this weak stock out of here. I'm hungry for the Brew Garden. Fabulous food, fine spirits, fantastic people. My home away from home, the Brew Garden.
Now hiring both locations.
Like I said the first time, guys, I'm not kidding. This was an actual commercial that actually went on live TV during commercial break. People actually saw this on their television. And I know, it looked like it took 3 takes, but hey, this actually kind of worked for this restaurant. People actually said they tried out the restaurant after seeing this commercial and thought their food was great. As great as that is, to anyone wanting to get in this industry where they want to make commercials to promote something, do not take notes from Brew Garden. It's for your own good. Finishing it off with a simple yet effective commercial of Bradley Beal. Back in 2014, Bradley Beal did an endorsement with Eastern's Motors. He did a 15-second commercial of promoting their website, and just watch this.
Upgrade your vehicle or just go for your dream car at Easterns.com.
I would bet a lot of money that at that time it came out, his teammates teased him like crazy. I mean, what exactly is this? An NBA player dancing and singing to some music just to promote a website on upgrading your vehicle. Yeah, seeing this guy dance is definitely going to convince me. I mean, why talk about the car when all you can do is dance? On a serious note, this was possibly one of the worst ones I've seen. And like with Ford, whoever's idea this was needs to be fired immediately. Well guys, we have now reached the end of the video. I'd like you all to let me know down in the comments if I perhaps missed any endorsements or commercials that were pretty bad. If I did, let me know if you want a part 2. I would love to make a part 2 of this series, because I will admit making this video was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider to leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Also, Happy New Year's to all of you. 2022 was an incredible year for YouTube, and I'd just like to thank everybody who tuned in on watching the videos, whether you liked, subscribed, or did anything. The fact that you clicked on the channel supports me a lot, and I can't wait for 2023. It's going to be another year of greatness, I'm sure of it. Like I said the first time, if you're new here, leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Happy New Year's, and I will see you all in 2023. I'm out.